Hey guys, this is Anime Paul Z here, and today we're going to be doing the 6th part of What If Goku Was a Legendary Super Saiyan. I would really appreciate it if you liked the video to help with the video's algorithm, and subscribe. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe when you want. There's something much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Here are the participants of the tournament: Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Monaka, and Gohan. Majin Buu isn't alive, so Gohan can take his place quite easily. All 5 fighters enter the tournament and all of them manage to pass the written test. Goku just about passes and the rest pass quite easily. The first match is Goku versus Botomo. He sees his large figure and thinks that he has this fight in the bag. Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan form and flies right towards Botomo. He punches his body and sees no real connection at all. It's weird and he wonders how much this guy can actually take. Goku flips back multiple times as Botomo swings at him, then he launches his Kamehameha wave. It lands into his enemy's stomach and no damage is caused. Steam emits off Goku's palms and he is so confused at how he was just able to handle that attack. The only people he has seen be completely fine after that is Beerus and Whis. Goku then walks up to him and pushes him with his force, making him slide several meters back. As he sees this, Goku runs forward and punches him right onto the ground before spin throwing him right out of the ring entirely. Goku and Frost are next up, and Goku is ready to see how another of Frieza's race will do against him. Goku just attacks Frost and punches him across the ring. To follow, he slams down with a kick and Frost is able to fly into the air and transform into his second form. He lands right in front of Goku and then launches 2 powerful ki blasts. Goku simply ducks under both attacks and uses basic Kaioken times 10 to test the waters. He swerves while flying towards Frost and lands a powerful gut punch. Frost elbows him back and swats him away with the powerful force of his tail. Goku gets launched across the ring, but once he controls his fall, his key signature spikes as he transforms into his legendary Super Saiyan 2 form. The aura he emits is very powerful and intense, putting considerable force on the plates of material below him. He zooms forward and kicks Frost in his stomach so hard that he is launched into the air. After this, Goku launches 2 ki blasts ahead that heavily injures Frost. Once Frost lands back on the arena floor, he powers up into his true and final form. His power multiplies greatly and he tries to punch Goku away. However, his head stops as he tries to attack Goku and he pushes against his fist with his neck alone. Goku swings at his liver, then blasts him away with a close-up ki blast. However, Goku drops to one knee and feels quite dizzy, falling back into his ordinary Super Saiyan 2 form and then his normal Super Saiyan form. Frost soon kicks him right out of the arena and knocks him out of the tournament. What was that? Goku wonders as he feels quite dizzy and weak. Piccolo is next up and is getting ready to perform. Somehow he has gained access to a new form that has been clearly used in the manga of Dragon Ball Super. Piccolo is against Frost and he seems very calm and he almost seems like he can win already. Ah, Namekian, I hope we have a good match, Frost says happily, reaching out to shake his hand. I don't know what trick you pulled out back there, but I know that Goku could have wiped the floor with you with Kaioken alone. Don't think we don't know what your game is. His clothes flow and suddenly his ki signature fades. He engulfs in an enriching silver aura as he is filled with the power of true God Ki. I present to you a God Namekian. God Ki? Whis didn't teach him, Beerus blurts out once he sees this. No, I didn't, Whis also says, being surprised by the form he has shown. Aura of a god, for the people that watch the anime, is basically a form that anyone can pull off, which is God Ki that makes someone much stronger. Super Saiyan God is a form that also casts the aura of a god, so it's a reasonable assumption to think that the form is simply an aura of God Ki. Piccolo speed blitzes his opponent and punches Frost so hard in the stomach that he goes spinning into the air powerfully. Piccolo then pulls back and shoots up his special beam cannon, shredding directly through his body. Frost is defeated brutally and Piccolo returns to his ordinary ki form. I believe that Piccolo will gain access to this form because of his constant exposure to God Ki. When I mean Whis didn't teach him, he didn't actually teach him, but he's gave him a lot of tips because Piccolo asks a lot of questions. He's very curious about God Ki and how strong it is. He's so curious because he started to fall behind. The Saiyans were getting drastically stronger with God Ki, so he tried to attain the form himself, and that's exactly what he did. The next match is between Piccolo and Ultimate Vegeta. Piccolo tests the waters by powering up into his Kaioken times 24. His red aura blasts across the arena, then he goes into attack Vegeta. He lands a kick, but he doesn't cause much damage to the metal fighter. Vegeta then shoots several spitballs of magma that Piccolo is forced to dodge. He uses a range of acrobatic flips and maneuvers to stop getting hit by the magma blasts. Also, he starts to feel the arena getting strikingly hot as sweat starts to build up across his body. Piccolo zooms back to Vegeta with the last of Kaioken that he has and lands a powerful punch directly at the robot's midpiece. However, the attack causes minimal damage and Vegeta throws out several magma spitballs that solidify on impact with the stage. Piccolo is able to evade these spitballs but gets grazed by the last one as Vegeta tries to approach the Namekian and he powers up into his aura of the god form. All that is needed to blast the Metal Man right out of the ring is one of his old attacks, the Hyper Demon Wave. Vegeta is thrown right out of the ring and loses the match. Piccolo pulls back his hand and God Ki before exiting the ring, being deemed the winner. Once Vegeta sees another Saiyan, he is eager to step in and try to fight him. Forfeit, he mutters to Piccolo, who surprisingly follows his request and stays out to see what Vegeta is up to. I mean, Universe 7 hasn't lost one fighter. Goku was pulled right back into the tournament because Frost was actually cheating in his match. Beerus is not only confused but annoyed that a God Ki user is simply ousting himself from the remaining battles. Vegeta steps onto the ring and says, "Let's fight this battle as Super Saiyans." Cabba doesn't understand what he's talking about and just stands there awkwardly. "What Super Saiyan?" he asks in confusion. Vegeta sighs and asks, "Do you have this form, the first Super Saiyan transformation?" He clenches his fists and powers up into a Super Saiyan. His aura is pressuring and almost as powerful as Piccolo's aura of a god. Vegeta flies towards Cabba and punches him once, sliding him across the battlefield entirely. In an acrobatic flip, he throws out a ball of ki that slams into Cabba's stomach and explodes on impact. As Cabba stumbles back, he is slammed by the might of Vegeta. "If you don't transform, I will destroy that little planet Sadala you reside on once this tournament is over. Your entire family will perish under my flames." Cabba feels utmost fear from this statement and sees the evil almost emitting from Vegeta. However, he then gets filled with ultimate rage. He punches off Vegeta with way more strength than he's ever shown before and glows in a weak but golden aura. With a punch, he transforms into the Super Saiyan transformation. His body is slightly more muscular and powerful than before. He rushes towards Vegeta and punches him in the chest with all his force. The force actually slides Vegeta back a few meters, but Vegeta transforms into his Super Vegeta form and kicks Cabba right out of the arena with his burly leg. Cabba rolls and slides out, falling out of Super Saiyan and ultimately losing the battle. The next match is between Vegeta and Hit. Vegeta is stronger this time around and is actually stronger than Canon Goku. With perfected Super Saiyan Blue, it makes him able to use the form at full capacity for much longer than he ever could have done without it. Vegeta feels that this man is stronger than the rest from his demeanour. He has a much more imposing attitude and doesn't seem to be fazed by Vegeta's strength. Vegeta takes this chance to power up into his Super Saiyan Blue form and the entire dome is shaking from the aura Vegeta is outputting. However, he stands upright and the aura almost falls into himself, leaving nothing but a blue tint across his body and no aura at all. "This is my true form," Vegeta states with a smile on his face. He speeds towards Hit, but immediately he stops. Only Goku and the gods or some others are able to see what has happened. Hit lands a perfectly timed punch to one of Vegeta's vital points and launches him across the ring. He grasps his left shoulder in agony before he bounces up to his feet, unable to comprehend what has just happened. It seemed like Hit just teleported to him and he has no clue what that's about. He flies towards Hit and throws another punch, only for Hit to freeze time again and punch Vegeta several meters away. As Vegeta slides back uncontrollably, Hit lands a powerful and precise punch to a vital point near Vegeta's heart and knocks him right out of Super Saiyan Blue. He falls back into the ordinary Super Saiyan form before being blasted right out of the arena with a simple ki blast. Goku witnesses his skill and is confused. How could a Vegeta been defeated that easily? Goku might be stronger than Hit, but some get speculative of this fact. Gohan stands to try and face Frost and turns back to Goku. "If I lose, you can face him. I just want to get a fight in first," Gohan says while turning back to the battlefield. Hit prepares to fight once again and Gohan does too. He clenches his fists and powers up his ki. The floor shakes under the pressure and he then powers up into his new Super Saiyan God form. His form is powerful and his hair is a bright red. He zooms towards Hit and swings up with a kick. However, Hit uses Time Leap once again to dodge the attack. He follows by slamming Gohan into the ground by sliding to the side in a split second. Gohan coughs blood from the hit, then gets thrown up the ring. As he rolls away and feels a broken rib in his chest, he stands and shows a face of undying will. His key signature spikes up and only Hit is able to sense this. Gohan roars into the sky and releases power that Hit seems to think is comparable to even Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue. However, he can identify how the key signature is weaker overall. How could his power amplify so significantly without another transformation? Hit wonders in surprise. The Super Saiyan God charges at Hit with all of his new speed and throws a punch that Hit actually tries to take. He wonders how strong he has gotten and actually gets shocked by the increase in speed and also force. How could he have become so strong in seconds alone? Gohan doesn't stop there and throws 3 more punches that Hit actually evades without time leap. Each punch is swift and Hit has to use almost all his speed to evade them, however Hit has had his fun. He must end this fight now. He uses time leap for the final time in this battle and kicks Gohan into the ground so hard that he simply gets knocked out entirely and falls out of Super Saiyan God. Hit is deemed the winner and Goku is allowed back into the tournament since Frost was cheating in his match. Goku prepares and doesn't hold anything back. He powers up into his perfected Super Saiyan Blue form and rushes right towards Hit. Hit sees that he is clearly the strongest of Universe 7, hastily uses time leap to handle the Saiyan's immense speed. He lands a punch to one of his vital points and weakens him slightly, however he takes the hit shockingly well and is still ready to go on and face the assassin already. He launches out a one-hand energy wave that Hit leaps right over before dashing at Goku. He uses time leap to basically make his speed infinite, then he punches Goku across the ring. The smart Saiyan fighter starts to analyze the ability at hand and makes a solution to try and predict that Hit's coming his way. Hit approaches him once again, but Goku goes in for an attack himself. He throws a lazy left and Hit still uses time leap to be sure. His punch was lazy, but it's still considered fast in general. Goku is still able to block the incoming punch and Hit is taken aback. With his fist in Goku's hand, his eyes widen in confusion and just complete shock. He literally froze time and this man was still able to catch his fist. Since Goku's base is more than 5 times his Kaioken himself, he is about half his Kaioken times 10 Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken himself. Goku lands a gut punch that is skillfully aimed and he lands a powerful kick to hurl Hit into the air. He then launches up several ki blasts that collect smoke when they slam into Hit and Goku zooms up to kick Hit in the ceiling of the dome. As he falls from the height of the dome, Goku aims and shoots his God Kamehameha attack right at Hit. The blast courses through the air and actually hits into the assassin, propelling him into the wall of the ring. However, he is able to jump right back onto the ring floor and isn't deemed out of bounds. Goku and Hit then blur across the battlefield and clash into each other at the height of their strength. They even break the ground below them and launch several pieces of rock-like residue shooting to the edges of the invisible ring wall. They threw their fair share of strikes at each other and Hit is clearly overpowering the Saiyan. He hits the vital points in almost every shot and manages to keep high levels of skill but also composure as he goes full throttle for more than a minute. In the 2 last hits of the little scuffle, he lands a low uppercut to a vital point before swinging his body and kicking Goku across the ring. Goku is heavily injured from this and knows that he has to take this battle to the maximum. I don't know if this will break me or make me many times stronger, but I must try to win, he mutters to himself. Hit, in an elegant position, raises a brow and asks, "What are you talking about?" Goku looks up with a smile on his face as green streaks of ki emit from his body. His facial expression shows stress but also determination as he screams and powers up to the max. His aura returns and he continues his power up past his thought-to-be limit. Through hardship and sheer effort, the green and blue hues mix and he has gained a new form entirely, Legendary Super Saiyan Blue or just Super Saiyan Saiyan. While the technical name would be Legendary Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, but no one is saying that. His aura is pure and elegant, the most godlike of any aura he possesses. Pure white glints of ki rush around the flowing aura and invigorate his body. His muscles are far more large and resembles the likes of his ordinary Legendary Super Saiyan form. His pupils are completely burst and his face is neutral. He's ready to fight. Hit tries to use his ordinary time leap for an extended time, about 0.3 seconds this time. Goku's head jerks back and gets a little bruised, but other than that, nothing really happens. Goku swivels his body and lands a precise punch to the gut that makes the entire crowd wow in excitement. How could Goku have powered up to this extent? Hit then swing kicks across the ring. As Goku sprints at him, he throws out a ki blast that knocks Hit off course. Following that, he makes an ambitious leap up and slams him into the ground. While Hit tries to rip out from the newly formed crater, Goku gives him 3 good shots before finishing off with a God Eraser Cannon. This attack is all that is needed to completely dispose of Hit and make him the loser in the bout. Goku drops his steaming hand and reverts back to his base form. Immediately after this, he drops to his knees from exhaustion and simply passes out from the same cause. The tournament is over and Universe 7 are still the victors of the tournament, much to Champa's dissatisfaction. After this tournament, Whis then goes on to train the 5 Saiyans in controlling their ki and also Ultra Instinct. However, both Vegeta and Trunks find a slight taste in another type of power, Hakai energy. The power to destroy and the power that Beerus learns. As of now, Beerus isn't anywhere near interested enough and impressed enough in taking time out of his day to train up 2 Saiyans. So that will conclude the 6th part of what if Goku was a Legendary Super Saiyan. Tell me something you liked about the video or something that I should improve on for the next part in the comments. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.